This November, the calling is coming to my hometown, Portland, Oregon, USA. But not just any calling, the 50th calling. And up for grabs, one of the most desirable gold foils currently out there, Crown of Providence. That's right, to celebrate number 50, LSS is going into the vault and putting a big one on the line. So that's pretty awesome. But you know what's even more awesome? Is that even if you're not a competitive grinder, PDX's Calling 50 is still the place for you. Because, and appropriately so, the Sunday Battle Hardened is Commoner format. That's right, the most approachable and entry-level format in all of Fab. So today, let's talk about why you should absolutely be here come November. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. So if you've ever wanted to play Fab competitively but didn't want to break the bank on a meta deck, this is your chance. For less than $20, you can build any commoner deck and start grinding. Hey there, my flesh and blood friends. Welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast, and welcome and happy Flesh and Blood Friday for one of first of, let's be honest, several videos about the Calling Portland coming this upcoming November. Now, I am obviously super excited about this for many personal reasons, not the least of which is I can apparently roll into a calling weekend in my jammy jams, which is going to be pretty awesome. But what I'm actually more excited about is that this calling really is something for everyone, right? And I'm really expecting great turnout and a really great time. See, for competitive players, we obviously have the calling itself, highly competitive and fighting over a highly sought after piece of Fab's history in, of course, the Crown of Providence. And then there is for the aspiring, an exceedingly cheap way of getting into competitive on a very level playing field for, I said 20, might even be 15. I don't know what the average deck goes for, but you get my point. $20 to $15 as opposed to several hundred to be able to come in on a level playing field and justify your ability to be at the top tables. I think that's a pretty cool prospect. And then ultimately for my filthy casuals out there, that's right, my people. Oh, the side events, the sweet side events. There are so many commoner events all week, and there are so many Blitz events all weekend. And on top of this, we're going to be coming, right, this is late November, we're going to be coming off of Worlds in Osaka into the CC meta. And it also has ramifications for Blitz because the next weekend after this is the start of Skirmish Season 10. So you can come get some reps in, figure out maybe what the competitive Blitz scene is going to look like before you roll into, that's right, your Skirmish event the next weekend. So this is going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to see you there, right? Make sure you stop by and say hey. Another reason that this is so exciting for me and why I'm positive that this is going to be flesh and blood for everyone is that this event is being hosted by none other than Travis at Fab Foundry. Fab Foundry Events getting a major debut with this calling. Travis and I are, of course, longtime partners in the Commoner Crawl series here in Portland, Oregon, and it's probably no coincidence that this was a site selected to pilot the Commoner format Battle Hardened and see if it can land, because if it's going to land anywhere, this is the atmosphere for that. A lot of great Commoner fans up here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, while sure, a lot of excitement is around the Commoner Battle Hardened, the headline event for the weekend, of course, is the Calling. Now, the Calling, of course, is an open entry tournament, the highest level of flesh and blood competitive play that you do not have to qualify for. Hundreds of people, hundreds are going to be here trying to duke it out, stake their name, claim the fame, and walk away with that gold foil. So this will be on November 23rd. Early Saturday morning, going well into Sunday if you make the top cut. Entry fee of $70, and of course you see the link there, which I will have below, over to fabfoundryevents.com to register for that one. So if you're unfamiliar with the calling type format, it will start off with Swiss rounds that are best of one format. This will likely be 8 or 9 rounds, upwards of that, after which they'll do a day 1 cut. And then only the top number of players will move on to day 2, Sunday on the 24th. Now, if you do not make day 2 of the calling, or if you're just showing up for that Battle Hardened Commoner, this is the place to be, because remember, we mentioned that qualification. Well, Battle Hardened, that is the place to get your PTI or your Pro Tour invite. So this also is an open entry tournament with a $50 entry fee. It will follow a very similar format with Swiss rounds best of one. Fun fact though, in Commoner, the rounds are significantly shorter. Instead of 55 minutes, you're looking at Blitz style rounds of 35 minutes. So a lot faster turnaround. This entire event will be held on Sunday, so do expect there to be probably 7-8 rounds in that, which of course will take, not as long, but still a significant amount of time. Then we'll do the top cut on the same day. And the winner will be determined that day, walking away with a PTI, which is pretty sweet. So those are, of course, the two big draw competitive events. But as I mentioned, there is something for everyone this weekend, and that lies in my favorite part of these type of large events, which is the side events. Now, of course, in the interest of time, we're not going to run through everything on this schedule, but you do see the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday schedules all laid out. You will notice that there are different events of all different formats firing all the time. Now, one of the big draws for this weekend will be the Lightning Press. Those are the bolded ones. So basically, if you sign up for this, you play through round one, you will be eligible, or you will get your Lightning Press promo, which is a pretty sweet one, also pretty good. Not very pretty good, super good. That is at 1 o'clock, 5:30 p.m., and then 9 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all respective. I also want to point out that there is, even though we have the Commoner Battle Hardened, there is a Commoner Gold Foil at 10 o'clock on Saturday, right? Very traditional to have on the calling weekends. We do have it again here, so you can duke out, get your Commoner Gold Foil, then roll in the next day with a target on your back, but all the way to your PTI win with your Commoner deck. And as I mentioned, of course, a myriad of events over the weekend. Blitz events. There are a couple Rosetta full box drafts. The 5 p.m. on Sunday, by the way, Arcane Rising sealed deck. Double prizes for the Lightning Press. Man, if I'm not still busy with the Commoner event, that is something that I will likely be looking at. That looks super fun. But again, and as you can see from that, no matter what you're into, no matter what you're after, no matter what phase of your flesh and blood career, let's call it, you are in, there's something for everyone. Commoner, Blitz, CC, Draft, Sealed, Crazy Sealed, Mixed Sealed, Full Box Sealed, whatever you want, it's there for you. This is the time to head over to Portland, down to the convention center, and play some flesh and blood. So to close out today's video, what I want to do for those who haven't been to one of these before, or maybe just are looking for a refresher in how these works, is I want to go through the different packages that are available to you and how you can kind of approach your weekend. Of course, depending on what you want to do, there are a lot of different options. Now, you see all the different options there. Let's start first with the biggest of them, which is the Fabled package. Okay, so details here, this comes with 1 Fabled ticket, 1 silver ticket, and 2 bronze tickets. Now you can very clearly see there that they have outlined what those tickets are worth. Silver ticket is worth $35 in terms of going into an event, and the bronze tickets are worth $20. Okay, now that Fabled will get you either into the Calling, the Battle Hardened, or the 50th Calling Celebration. Also comes just automatically on sign up. You walk up to the desk and get it. That Gone in a Flash playmat, which is super cool. And then you also get 1 randomized pack of promos, either Channel Millennium Tree or the Channel Lightning Valley. These are the full art rainbow foil. And I gotta be honest, they're selling for a pretty penny in of themselves because this is one of the few ways to get them. So if you're after them, get them. Or maybe you sell them and recoup your money because like I said, that's a pretty penny. Right, next up we have the Go Again package. Now, Go Again package is what I bought when I went to Pro Tour Los Angeles most recently. This is essentially what I like to call informally the side event package. So what this comes is with 2 silvers and 2 bronze. Remember the silver being worth 35 and the bronze being worth 20. Right, so as we go and we look at the various side events, again, I'll go ahead and flash that up. The side events themselves for registration will have a dollar amount associated with them. The silver is obviously used for 35 or less. Now, sure, you could buy into a lesser tournament with a silver, but you want to maximize your value, right? So you have the 2 silvers for 2 35s, the 2 bronzes for $40 value, or basically 2 effective on-demand type pods, right? And that's not true to say on-demand because it would be scheduled, but it'd just be like a normal Blitz event or something like that, right? Just good fun playing, maybe 5-6 rounds, super good time playing, okay? Now this Go Again package comes with basically everything that the Fabled package had, except you save a little money because you're not trying to enter into one of the larger events. So if you are just looking to show up, kind of ad hoc play over the weekend and get what you want to get, the Go Again package is what I would recommend for you, again, if you're not looking at Battle Hardened or Calling or something like that. Okay, so throwing up again the different packages and the different purchase options, we can actually start to put a pretty reasonable dollar value on some of these things. You notice that the Battle Hardened Portland is a $50 entry, the Calling being a $70 entry. Now, both of those come with their own unique promo cards, which is very relevant. But if you look at the difference between the Go Again package and the Fabled package, you can really see the math that it's advantageous if you are playing the Calling to go into the Fabled package. Right now, do keep in mind that buying the Fabled package does not get you the Arc Lightning promo, nor does it get you the Commoner promo, Rainbow Foil promos. you would have to actually enter into the event. To get that, usually they hand them out like round 1 or round, like after round 1, maybe round 2. Okay, so do keep in mind you would have to actually do the event. You don't just get it. Okay, now and then you can also see that there's essentially an a la carte option for the various different tournaments that you might want to enter. The 50th calling celebrate or the 50th calling celebration entry, which is the Arcane Raising Seal deck. That one's 70, and that's an add-on as well, right? So you could, of course, basically that's 1-to-1 with calling Portland. If you had the Fabled package, and Battle Hardened would be a slight loss of money, but again, if you compare it to the rest, it's actually not that bad of a value. So really just want to make sure that, I don't think there's one right answer for anyone, depending on, of course, what they want. Well, if you want to go in and play the calling, then you're probably just going to buy the Fabled package, right? That seems to make a lot of sense. But you could just buy if you don't care about the playmat, don't care about the other promos, you could just do it for $70 right out of the gate. So a lot of different options. Again, you have to do what's right for you. I personally go with the Go Again package, but that's because I don't play when I went down to Pro Tour, I didn't do the calling or anything like that. I was just there to jam and have some casual games. So Go Again package was for me. I got a sweet playmat, some promos, but again, you got to do what's right for you. So as we move to close this out, I really do want to collectively, whether you're competitive, I expect a lot of competitive players to come out for this one, right? It's relatively easy to travel to, at least for a lot of folks in North America. I know the East Coast people are like, oh, it's so far away. Well, it's just as far for us to you. That's just the way it is, right? But it's relatively easy. We've got closeness to people like Yuki Lee Bender. I'm sure everyone will make the trip. There's good competitive players are certainly going to be here. But the commoner Battle Hardened is going to be very, very, very interesting to see what happens, right? As you could see some very high level play at that commoner event, which is going to be really awesome to see how that develops. So we're going to be talking more about that, of course, as we get closer. Plenty of commoner decks on their way, right, on the channel for the Dice Commando series over the next couple of weeks, headed into Battle Hardened Portland. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for joining me today. Let me know below if you are super excited. I'm super excited. I'll see you in Portland. And go Commando.